Hello, Exiles. Here's an update on my Bodyswap of Sacrifice Chieftain build. I want to show you what tweaks I made to the build to reach 40 million DPS under 15 Divine investment. This transformed the build from an OK League starter to a fully juiced map farmer and boss killer. Still a tanky build that can take most hits aside from the random one-shots here and there. Aside from Ubers, I've done all Pinnacle bosses. I've done fully juiced maps, reached Wave 30 Simulacrum, and most endgame content. One major thing I changed in the concept of the build is instead of focusing on scaling the ignite damage, I opted to scale the hit. The problem with this is we need more cast speed, since Bodyswap of Sacrifice can't be linked with Spell Echo or Unleash. Cane of Kulamak solves this and gives us tons of damage and access to Arcane Surge. I bought this for 2 Divines. Got a +2 minion gems, Pragmatism, for 2 Divines. More gem levels mean more Spectre life, which translates to more DPS for us. I can put a level 4 Empower here, but it will only give us 1 gem level because of the -2 mod per socketed gem from the armor. The additional gem level will give us another 5 million DPS for the price of 5 Divines. I decided to not use it because I'm saving up for the next build. The Helm is still the same as in the last video. A +2 minion gems would be awesome, but it would be very expensive. According to Craft of Exile, you would need an average of 267 Essence of Horror to get the 2 Elder mods, but I got lucky and just used 1 Essence for this. The concentrated effect is much more important than the burning damage if you craft this on a budget. It would only take an average of 12 tries. The gloves and boots are the same. Get a +2 AoE gems for the gloves, and a level 21 Purity of Fire so that it will give 5 maximum fire resistance. The only change to the rings is I got more chaos resistance. I swapped out my rare Stygian Vise for Arn's Anguish, so we have a 15% chance to deal triple damage. I'm still using Defiance of Destiny. It is still the best defensive amulet for the build. I don't recommend changing this to a more offensive amulet unless you fortify your defenses elsewhere. Flasks are the same aside from Atziri's Promise, which maxes our chaos resistances and Taste of Hate for the physical to cold conversion. You can use a rare Amethyst Flask with poison immunity if you want. The only change for the gem links is with the Bodyswap. Instead of damage over time and burning supports, I used Cruelty, Life Tap, and Combustion. You can swap out Combustion with increased area of effect when mapping. I only use Combustion when fighting Pinnacle bosses. For the passive tree, I removed the damage over time passives and swapped it with the fire damage and increased area of effect nodes here. I also got a large cluster jewel with corrosive elements for exposure and a small cluster jewel with Doedra's Gluttony for the culling strike. The rest of the passives remain unchanged. We still have 100% chance to ignite with this setup, thanks to our staff. Even though we didn't focus on the damage over time anymore, we still have 8 million Ignite DPS. This, combined with Fan the Flames and Herald of Ash, is enough to clear the whole screen when mapping. The combination is so effective that I can't farm Abyss because it straight up kills the Spire even when I'm trying to actively avoid it by turning off my Herald. Final thoughts on the build. It is very easy to gear up. You just need the armor and Fan the Flames or the Ignite spread on the gloves. Plus, get all the Ignite chance passives and you're good to go. Mapping and bossing are awesome, satisfying explosions everywhere, and you melt bosses, even those Wisp-empowered ones. The problem I have with the build is you need to be on top of the boss to deal damage. There's no way to target the skill besides getting close to the enemies and using Convocation. The Spectres also lag behind you when mapping, so most of the time you find yourself swapping backward. The build can survive most hits as long as it doesn't flat out one-shot you. I'm planning to try out swapping the armor for a +2 Cloak of Flames and Empower, but this decreases our DPS by 20 million. If you think the DPS is still not enough, you can try to fit in Skitter bots for the shock. Annihilation's approach for Adrenaline, but you need to keep up your Ruby Flasks to counter the damage over time. The best upgrade I can think of is a Progenesis for more tankiness, but it is very expensive. All in all, I had so much fun tweaking the build. I wouldn't call this min-maxed, but this is enough for me. I'll probably upgrade this more when I get new ideas for this, but right now, I'm thinking of trying out other gems. That's it for this video. Hit that like and subscribe button. Let me know down in the comments other builds, meme or not, that you want me to try out. Thank you for watching.